But yeah, there's a bunch of lightning and thunder. Oh, there's some lightning, so
It's
we
been
might.
crackling.
I just saw some lightning, so there's gonna be thunder like right now. Oh, that one was
No. Oh,
little rumbles. But
I don't know if that's going to show up on the recording or not.
Yeah, it might not, but yeah, Luke, we don't really have. I'm not really a big nickname guy. Don't like none of my friends. I don't call my friends nicknames. I just call them by their normal name, unless it's like Jimmy or Tommy. Like,
What if their name is Nick?
Oh, true. But I think I'm gonna start calling you Curious George.
Okay. I know why I would think you would start calling me that, but is that why?
That's exactly why, because you're asking questions.
Yeah, that's fair. I do ask a lot of questions. I thought it was because that one time I 360 no scope that guy with
that was awesome.
Laser beam on Halo, and he messaged me and said you're built like Curious George because he was mad.
Awesome. No, I saw a tweet that was like, "I'm gonna start calling you Curious George," and someone said, "Why?" And he was like, "Exactly."
That's why.
Yelling at pigeons. Nobody listens. Screaming my vision. Yelling at pigeons.
Welcome back to Yelling at Pigeons. Today is Tuesday, September 3rd. And Caleb, what do you want to talk about today?
All right, so I know you're going to get, I've been watching shows. I've been off all weekend. I've been kind of getting back into Black Mirror.
Okay.
Which is
like
just a fun, interesting show. Makes you think. And I was thinking, like, a cool episode. It's all, like, future stuff. And I was, like, talking about, like, people with, like, work-life balance and stuff and, like, don't get stuff done, like, at work because they're thinking about stuff that's happening, like, outside of work. Like, there could be, like, a cool episode where they, like, kind of find a way to, like, shift that, like, in people's brains. So, like, when they get to work, they...
Is this a bit?
It's a bit. I got Apple TV.
Okay.
I've been watching Severance.
You got it. Let's go. I'm excited. How far in are you? How many episodes have you watched?
I think I'm 3 episodes in. I just started the 4th before we started recording.
I'm so excited. If you guys don't know, I've been begging Caleb to get Apple TV since the first day I watched Severance.
Yeah.
It's such a good show.
So I'm locked in on Severance. Because that was the first show I had to watch. Because it popped up on my phone that I had a free trial, like a month free trial. So I was like, let's go. And it's only $10 after that. So
I can't wait. And next time you're watching it, text me while you're watching it and be like, "Yo, this thing just happened."
Well, like I was like trying to figure out. I don't want to spoil
too much, but like I'm so excited.
I was trying to figure out how I could like kind of sneak it into like conversation.
Like, that's like that episode of Severance where da da da.
No, well, I was just gonna be like, well, there's one of them like the first episode when he's like asking her all the questions and he's like unknown, Delaware, unknown. So I was gonna like try to get like a list of like things that you wouldn't know the answers to. That Delaware would be the answer, and then things. And then
that would have been funny. Honestly, my brain might not be big enough to have picked up on it.
Yeah,
if you did that, unless I had just rewatched it, which I should.
But yeah, so I was like, I gotta squeeze this in here to let Luke know that I.
That's funny. So where are we so far? Like as far as how are you liking it?
The show is incredible. I haven't really dug around too much. I think I need to watch Tetris. I know
Tetris very good as well.
And then
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
If nothing else, just to be cultured because it's popular enough at this point. That's like it's good to know the references. Silo's pretty good.
Okay.
I'd have to click through, but they've got some good stuff on there.
I do like the layout.
Oh, Blackbird's phenomenal.
Okay. I do like the layout of Apple TV Plus.
Something about it's just smooth. And easy. I feel like.
So
I love it.
Just let you know that I have it, and I will be watching all Severance.
I'm excited. I can't wait to hear updates.
Yeah.
The next thing that happens if Caleb hops on here in like a month or two, and he's like, "Oh, I started watching Snowfall."
Yeah, I need to watch
Snowfall.
Be a wrap.
It's going to turn into just strictly a TV podcast if he watches Severance and Snowfall.
Speaking of strictly a TV podcast, we're thinking of doing, like, after we record this episode, not really talking sports this episode, but then just turning on the camera and the mics and recording like a 45 minute episode of just sports talk. We're going to call it Yelling at Sports, and release it sometime later this week, just so that we're not just like getting into football season. We're going to want to talk all football.
Yeah, our brains are going to be fully occupied by football, 24/7. So
we want this to not just be a sports show. We want to talk about a lot of other things. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like if we put that out, we want to know if people will listen to it. If people will want to listen to it. We'll probably still put it out, even if people don't listen to it. And then we could also see if people listen to that more, maybe, but we'll see how it goes. We're going to do this show.
We're going to try that out. Let us know. Maybe it ends up you'd rather it just be mixed in, or maybe you like it being separate, or maybe you're like, hey, listening to that made me realize I hate your other stuff. Like, just let us know what you guys like. So, but we're going to try to split it up for the ones that don't want to hear sports.
Yeah. And if you really like us, 2 episodes a week. That's fine.
Technically, yeah, an episode and a little baby episode.
Yeah, and I'm going to do.
Although knowing us, we'll get talking about football, and it'll be twice as long as the regular episode.
Yeah, I'm going to do a little like, comment, subscribe begging. If you do want to hear that, like this video on YouTube, comment on the Spotify, leave a 5-star review on the Spotify, follow. I don't know. We don't have that many followers or listeners, so I can't be like, oh, give us 100 likes and we'll.
Yeah.
But, if we see a bump in that, or if you comment.
One like and we'll post a sports only.
Or if you comment, like, give us the sports, we'll drop it Wednesday instead of Thursday.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
It really will only take one person to comment that they want to hear the episode early. And we will.
If you're listening to this, you have the power.
You have the power.
To make it happen.
Go out and vote. And that's politics for the week.
Get out and vote. Oh man. But yeah, no, that'll be fun. Yeah. When we end this, we're literally just gonna hit start again and just start. Don't expect it to be super prepared and notes. Like we're gonna talk ball. Because if we didn't, Caleb would call me like tomorrow and we'd talk about this week's games for like at least a half hour to an hour anyway. So like, might as well just record it and we'll just put that out, and that way we have 2 separate things for you guys to listen to based on what you like. So we'll get to that. But as far as this week's episode goes, I wanted to talk to you about, and I feel a little bit bad talking about it because you were supposed to be there.
Yeah.
I'm wearing the shirt.
Supposed to be there is a stretch, but like,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You were invited.
Yeah.
But we're adults that live very far away from each other and both have jobs and lives,
and
so
not
it's
a lot of money.
Yeah. But I went to the Gambino show, Childish Gambino, on Thursday. If you guys aren't familiar with Gambino, you might know him as Donald Glover. He's also an actor. He voiced Simba in Lion King. He's from Community. Brief cameo in The Martian, right?
Yeah.
That's the space movie he was in?
Yes,
I know he was in a space movie, as well as Star Wars. Played Lando in Star Wars. But just super talented guy. My favorite artist of all time. I realized that at some point this year. Yeah, I realized that at some point this year, I'm a very indecisive person, if you know me. Mm-hmm. Like, if you ask me my favorite of anything, unless it's like my favorite sports team for football or basketball, I'm probably going to give you like a yes and no answer. Like, I'm not very decisive. But I realized at some point this year, I was like, I've never really considered my actual favorite artist. I just listened to a bunch of different stuff, and I was like, it's definitely Childish Gambino. It's not even close. So I was like, I had been planning to see him next time he goes on tour. Happens to be this year. So I got tickets. Unfortunately, Caleb couldn't make it, so me and Noah went out there. Yeah. And it was like the coolest show ever. I've been to a few concerts, but I almost want to say I get it with the Swifties now, because it's like, I've always been like, how could you be like that excited and like that? I'm not telling people not to enjoy things, but I was always like, it's a little much. But now that I've seen my favorite artist versus just seeing a show I want to see, it is like another level for me anyway. So I kind of almost feel like, dang, I kind of see where they're coming from now. But super cool show. The biggest takeaway, honestly, because I expected Gambino to be amazing. That, like, I knew that was gonna. He's super creative, obviously. Like, his music is I enjoy it, so I knew that was going to be cool. The most shocking thing was that Willow, also known as Willow Smith, unbelievably talented.
Okay,
like
I've heard a couple of her songs.
Effortlessly a fantastic singer. She opened for him.
Okay,
and she was like, me and Noah were sitting there, and some of her fans were like sprinkled in around us that seemed like they were there just as much for her as they were for Gambino, and they were all having a great time. We're just kind of chilling, enjoying it, and like at one point, Noah leaned over and was like, "Yo, she's really good," and I was like, I was about to say the same thing, and it reminds me of that TikTok from like that was trending like a year or two ago. It's like, she's really good. I think it's from like Camp Rock or whatever.
Yeah,
this is really good. But that's really what it was. She was like, I'm going to start mixing her music into my mix because she was fantastic. But yeah, I could go on about the show itself forever. I would just say if he's going to be near you and you're even a little bit of a Gambino fan, go. Like, it's his last tour. It's his last tour, at least as Gambino. We'll see if he does anything as Donald Glover. He hasn't said he will or won't, but it's at least the last Gambino tour. So if he's going to be close and you have the means to do it, go see him. Can't recommend it enough. I will say, when me and
just the videos you sent were like, this is awesome,
dude. It was Sweatpants live. Not to spoil that he has some old stuff in there. Was like life changing. Like, I don't know what changed, but something in my life changed. Like, it was incredible. It was so cool. And there was this one thing I wanted to point out was I found out after the fact they have this vending machine where you can get merch. It's like Gilga vending machine. And when me and Noah walked in, we're looking for like a merch table. Like, let's get some merch so it doesn't sell out or something. I don't know how much they brought, obviously. So let's just grab something now and we'll have it when we leave. And looking for a merch table, we walked past this machine and there was probably 60, 70 people in line, which relative to the other lines wasn't bad. It was the shortest line we had seen yet. And we're like, oh, should we get in line for that? It's kind of a cool idea, but I don't know what's in it, what's in the vending machine. And we just kind of brushed it off like, cool idea, but we'll go up to our level because we had seats like kind of high up. We're like, maybe there's a merch counter up there and there probably isn't as many people there because it's farther away. So we walk past this vending machine and just keep in mind that there was only maybe 50 to 70 people in line. We walk past the vending machine, go up to our level. There's a merch counter there. There's like 2 people in line because everyone else stopped at the first one they saw. Mm-hmm. We wait a couple minutes, get what we need. Got this. I was happy with it. But the point of the story is I find out the day after the show that vending machine is a one of one. They bring it to the shows, and it's like a mystery. You have to follow. Gilga's like the Gilga Radio. It's like an affiliate of Gambino. And you have to like follow them on socials to figure out where it's going to be in the venue. And rush through the door. Get there early. Get the front of the line. Get through security. And rush to the machine because every show, they have a new item in the machine, usually based on one of his albums. It's usually like a shirt or something. And they're numbered to 200. So they're super rare. You have to be one of the first 200 people or you're not going to get it. That's why 50 to 70 people comes into play. And I saw some pictures of some of the merch and just having it be numbered and stuff. Like, me and Noah fumbled so hard. That one of the shows, I haven't figured out to look, do some research, see what they gave out for. I shouldn't say gave out, you still have to pay for it. But at the DC show, I don't know what was in there, but I know in New York, they had a little like Bando action figure, which I thought was super cool. And I saw someone on eBay selling it for $8,500.
You could have paid for another.
So this rare merch is
good seats,
pulling some money. Depending on what it is, I could have got something, sold it, and then went to another show. Yeah. Like, it would have been awesome. So all-time fumble by me and Noah walking past the vending machine. Even acknowledged it and just didn't do anything about it.
Yeah,
it was brutal. It was brutal.
Mist.
I do have a story about during the show, unrelated to the show itself, but just the the crowd. So this girl in front of us, her and her boyfriend,
did you get assaulted again?
I did not get assaulted.
Okay.
I did witness potentially an assault. That's the second story from the show. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Assault, I use that term loosely. It may have been we'll get there. But anyway, so this girl and her boyfriend were in front of us, and they're having a good time. They had a couple drinks, nothing crazy. And Noah leans over to me. He's like, yo, this girl is so drunk, and they've only had a couple drinks. He's like, she's over here, like, dancing like a stripper and stuff. Like, this is crazy. Like, this is insane. And then, I kid you not, like, 2 minutes later, I'm just paying attention to the show because she's not in front of me. Like, in front of me is, like, someone else, and then next to them is her boyfriend, and then it's her. So Noah's way closer. I'm not even paying attention. All of a sudden, Noah, like, taps me on the shoulder, and his face is lit up. He's, like, pointing at her. And I'm like, what happened? I look, bro. She threw up all over herself, and the worst part, all over the people in front of her.
Oh,
and they had to leave.
No.
They had to miss the rest of the show. And this was only, like, not even halfway into the show. Ruined it for them. Ruined it for herself. I'm like, she had, like, 2 drinks. They had to have pre-gamed. Or she's the lightest of weight ever. Because it was a lot of vomit to only have a couple drinks. Yeah. And the worst part about it was Noah said, right before she threw up, she, like, looked at her boyfriend and, like, seemed like she was saying, like, I'm about to throw up. And he randomly just starts, like, roughhousing, goofing around, puts her, like, in a headlock, and then she throws up. Like, that's probably the worst time you could ever do a goofy headlock.
Yeah.
Can't do goofy headlocks when someone has to throw up.
No.
So that was bad. She walks out. It's dripping down her onto the stairs.
Oh.
Disgusting.
That's rough.
And he came back, like, 10 minutes later to get their stuff. I'm like, I wonder where she was. Yeah. I guess in the bathroom, maybe. My question would be for you is, if you were at a concert for an artist you were super excited to see, and someone behind you threw up on your back, what's your next move?
Oh, that is tough. I'm thinking this is my thought process. If it isn't on my skin, and I have already bought a shirt for said concert, the shirt I'm wearing is going in the trash, and I'm just throwing the new shirt on because especially for Gambino, like, I'm not missing the rest of that concert because someone puked on me. Like,
maybe you even go tarps off if you haven't bought a shirt.
I might go shirts off. It would suck. I'll be very upset.
Yeah.
But, like, if it's not, like, in my hair, like, even if it's on my skin, I'm gonna go clean it off, and I'm probably still gonna come back. Like,
we had the same answer. I told Noah, I was like, it would suck and it would be disgusting, but there's no changing that. It already sucks and is disgusting.
Yeah,
you can choose to have it make you miss the show as well, or you can go clean yourself up the best you can in the freaking sink of Capital One Arena, which would, again, suck, and just buy a shirt. Even if you didn't already buy a shirt so you have new clothes.
But you're going to do that anyway. You're going to do that anyway, and you're going to walk to your car. You're going to get in your car, and you're going to drive home. Like, there's no point in throwing away all that, first off, money that you spent to get to the show, and two, the opportunity to, like, the second half of concerts are usually the best halves anyway. If you go to a good concert, it's good through and through, but, like, they're going to play the older songs, the better songs at the end of the show. You smell like puke for a little bit. Big whoop. Yeah. Also, I am not a believer. I like to have a beer here and there. I'll have a couple drinks, but going to a show or a football game or something that I really want to enjoy and remember, I'm not getting that drunk. Like, you're
because then why did you even go?
Yeah, there's no point to get drunk at a show where you're just gonna, like, if you she's not gonna remember any of it probably.
She could have turned on Bando Stone in the New World at home on Spotify right after she finished listening to Yelling at Pigeons and had a few drinks and blacked out, and it would have been the same experience.
Yeah. So that's my opinion behind, like, drinking at a concert, especially. Like, you gotta enjoy yourself. Like, football game's different. Like, you're trying to get rowdy, root for your team.
Yeah.
But, like, for a concert, like, it doesn't make the music better. Yeah. Like, if anything, you're gonna
have
forget
some fun.
Words.
You want to have some drinks, but, like, don't ruin the experience for yourself. And especially in this case, you've now ruined it for at least 3 other people, because now the boyfriend has to leave, take care of you, and the 2 people in front of you are covered in vomit, and they have to leave.
Yeah, that's...
I don't get that either. But, me and you had pretty much the same answer to that dilemma. Noah's answer was the boyfriend's catching hands because someone has to pay for this. Someone has to pay the debt of that she caused. So
that's tough.
Someone's gonna have to catch these hands.
There's also like, you don't want to get arrested for assault. But yeah, at least get him to.
Could you argue getting vomited on is assault already? Because getting spit on, I think, is legally. Is that assault?
Yeah.
I know it's a crime in some form.
Yeah, but it's also not like. It wasn't purposeful, so like it's not like.
No, yeah, I'm not a big violence guy. So
yeah, so like I'm not.
That's probably
like, dude. But are you gonna buy me a shirt? Like you just ruined my shirt.
Yeah, I mean, look, something's got to happen. I got to go get a change of clothes. You can go buy me a shirt from the merch counter.
If I'd already changed into a shirt that I bought at the show.
Yeah,
that's a difference.
So that was disgusting. I felt bad for the people. But as far as that was not the quote unquote assault that I witnessed.
Okay.
So I wouldn't call it an assault, but
assault.
I witnessed a man lose his mind in the parking garage after the Gambino show. So we're leaving, and mind you, you've been in parking garages after events. They move a little slow, but sometimes they're worse than others.
Especially in DC.
Yeah, but sometimes it's worse than others, right? Like sometimes it's not too bad. I'll put you where my mind was at, so you can see how crazy it was that his mind was where it was. So in my mind, I hadn't even considered the fact that we were moving slow yet. We were, but like I'm still like on the high of the show, and I'm like, this is awesome. It really wasn't that bad. It took us maybe 15 minutes to get out of the parking garage. It's not that bad for a show just ending right down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sitting there, and the car in front of us, all of a sudden, he's beeping at the car in front of him. And I'm like, buddy, they can't go anywhere. We're all in this. We're like in a little mini ant farm, and there's nowhere to go. Mm-hmm. So he's beeping at them like, I don't know what you want them to do. All of a sudden, he opens his door, and I'm like, uh-oh. This is about to be a fight. Like, what are we going to do? So he opens his door, and plot twist, doesn't walk towards the car. He walks towards a pole in the garage, a big old concrete pole. And that is what he assaulted. He punched this pole, I'm not kidding, at least 10 times as hard as he runs over there. Boom, 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 boom. I would have thought he was AJ and Big Justice. I mean, he was slamming this pole.
And I 10 booms.
Yeah, literally. And I'm like, his hand has to look like that SpongeBob meme. Yeah. I'll put it in here. Yeah. Just crumbled. And he gets back in his car, and I'm like, bro, that is crazy. I'm like, I can't believe he just did that to the pole. Noah's like, it was probably the pole or his wife, because his wife was in the passenger seat or girlfriend, whatever. And he's like, so I guess it's kind of a win when you look at it that way. And I'm like, that's fair, but that guy's crazy. She should run as fast as she can.
Yeah.
So we keep moving, and he's calm for a couple minutes, or at least he's probably not calm, but we can't see it. He's in his car.
Yeah.
And he gets to the part where you give your ticket or whatever, they open the gate and you go out. And we are next up. And there's an attendant there helping people make sure they can figure it out. And he gives me a hold on. And he starts walking up towards the exit ramp. Just at the same time that I just looked at Noah and said, did you hear that? Because I thought I heard the guy yelling. And I'm like, uh-oh. There must be a pigeon up there. But no, I'm like, uh-oh. This guy's yelling at somebody. So Noah's like, no, I didn't hear it. And then when the guy walked away, I'm like, that must be what it was. He comes back a second later. I can still hear the guy yelling, beeping, honking, all that. We get out of the garage, and we're going up to the end. I told Noah, before I could come around the turn and see if he was still in line or if he had made a turn to go somewhere else, I'm like, I hope we're not leaving in the same direction as this guy, because he's a maniac. I don't want to be driving next to him. Mm-hmm. Sure enough, we were right behind him, trying to get out of the city. So we're going around different blocks, different whatever, trying to get out. He's steady beeping at this woman. Still, same woman that's been in front of him the whole time. And I'm like, buddy, she still has nowhere to go. We're all going to the same place. I don't know what to tell you. Gets to a corner where we're all making the turn. Drives his car into her car on purpose. Clearly on purpose. Just slams in, rear ends her. And me and Noah are in shock. We're like, this guy is even crazier than we thought. Because the first time he was hurting himself. Yeah. Now he's hurting his car, her car, probably not her. She's probably fine. It wasn't. It was just a fender bender. But Then I'm like, oh, great. What are we going to do? So I'm like, all right, I'm going to just go around this guy and get out of the situation. But I'm like, I'm going to take it easy. I don't want to see him. He's just beating on her or something. Let me see how he handles this. He gets out of the car, bro. You would have thought he was the most normal person ever. That's how psychotic this guy was. When he hit her, it must have flipped a switch. He gets out of the car, looks at me. Oh, you come around. Yeah, just go around. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, just go around. So I come around, and I'm thinking, buddy, I was going to go around. You didn't tell me. So I go around, and the woman's getting out of her car, and he's, like, greeting her. And, like, you can tell by the gestures, he's trying to be very nice. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened. Obviously ran into you. We'll work this out. And to me, that was almost crazier than anything, considering what he had just did, because it switched so fast.
Yeah.
That guy is scary. Listen, everyone listens to this, so I'm sure the woman in his car is listening to this.
Yeah, they're probably going to listen to this tomorrow on the way to work.
And if you're listening, and you were the woman in that car, I couldn't even see. I could just see her throwing her hands, like the silhouette, and I'm like, run. Because that guy is, he's going to probably kill you. He's crazy. Absolutely insane. So that was a crazy thing to witness. Maybe that's a normal thing to see in the city, but I ain't these city folk. I ain't from the city.
It's like one of those things where you go just like a little bit too far, and then you're just like, oh wait, this is
whoops.
Oops.
I just did that and just snap out of it. Like I just ran into her car. I just ran into her car. It was crazy enough when I broke my hand. His hand has to be broken. I wish I knew. There's no way it's not. So he's already sitting there with I'm assuming a broken hand, and now he's run into her car. Now they have to handle this, do the whole insurance thing. Meanwhile, it just goes to show, be patient, because now everyone else got to keep moving, and now you had to sit there and handle that. You ruined the rest of your night. You certainly ruined her night. She didn't even do anything wrong. So the moral of the story is, if you go to a show, first of all, go to a show. Go see Childish Gambino, because it was amazing. And don't drink too much, and don't punch parking garage beams or run into people's cars on purpose.
Yeah, and I think
it was unbelievable.
I think those are good things to live by.
Yeah, probably decent advice.
Decent advice.
Probably decent advice.
Yeah, it definitely was had to be like when you take the joke a little too far, and then you have to be like, oh wait, this joke went too far. Like, obviously that wasn't a joke, but you had to be like, oh I'm sorry, I actually might have hurt someone's feelings.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I did that today.
Oh no.
But it wasn't even a joke though. It wasn't even a joke. It just I said something. I did not. I had a lapse in judgment, I guess you could say. And man, I don't even know if I should tell this, because he might listen. Max, if you're listening, I'm so sorry. So
have you already talked to him about this, or
it involves him?
Yeah, but did you realize in the moment that you had?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I owned it right away. I was like, whoops, that was on me. So we're walking. I went to my sister's house for a picnic for what's Labor Day, right?
Labor Day, yeah. I always get Labor Day and Memorial Day mixed up every time.
Same. And we're walking. We decided to all walk to get ice cream. Me and my siblings and my nieces. There's an ice cream shop down the road. I'm like, all right, we'll go get some ice cream. So we're walking, and Max says, I shouldn't laugh because it's not funny. What I said is funny. I'm making fun of myself. I want to be very clear. What I said is funny in the sense that I never should have said that. The situation is not funny. Cannot stress that enough. We're walking, and we walk past this old, church.
Okay.
And it's kind of tucked away a little bit. And Max says, oh, I should go visit Gam, his grandmother. I should go visit Gam. I was like, oh, yeah, does she live back there? Says, no, she's buried right there in the graveyard.
Oh, no.
Instant regret, dude. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to own that. I was like, kind of forgot for a second. Didn't mean to say that. So that's on me. He was cool about it.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I was like, oh no. Like, when you say something, you just instantly regret it. I was like, that's not good.
No.
Oh, does she live back there? Nope. Well, she's buried back there.
Kind of the opposite of lives.
Yeah, because there was like the community curved back there by the church. And I was thinking, I knew his grandmother lived in Oxford. What I forgot was the important part.
That she didn't live anymore.
Unfortunately. Yeah. So that was, I feel really bad about that. And, we got to be able to laugh at ourselves for doing stupid things sometimes because
that's a tough
that was a big
sure.
oops by me.
My oops.
Yeah, my oops for sure. Sound off in the comments if you've ever instantly regretted saying something.
Yeah. Sound off in the comments.
Yeah, and maybe Max, sound off in the comments. And if you're listening, my bad, dude. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But
the instant regret is.
Yeah. Speaking of Max, he has recently got me into playing pickleball.
Okay.
I don't know how much pickleball you've played in your day, but I'm all in. Okay. I played for the first time last Friday, so it's been a little over a week, and I've already played 6 or 7 different times.
Okay.
And I'm not talking like 6 or 7 different games. It's probably 6 or 7 games per time.
Mm-hmm.
We've been going out there like every other night. Every other night. It's electric. Pickleball, I know what you're thinking. If you've never played it, you're thinking, that's for old people. Like, the common tropes about pickleball, it's just old, slow, not even probably fun, stupid game. They're all wrong. Go play pickleball. It is so, so fun. And honestly, singles is a crazy workout. Like, probably do me some good because my watch was like going crazy. I was burning a ton of calories. Singles, you're going the lateral movement and stuff. Like, it's hard to replicate that. And it really is a workout, but it's really, really fun. Doubles is a lot less tiring, but still really fun. I ordered my own paddle that night after I played for the first time because I was just locked in. So it's I'm in my pickleball era. I don't know if that's an era you're trying to get into as well, but
yeah, definitely want to. Yeah. John and Jose, if you're listening to this, let's go play pickleball. I could just ask you in person, but
John, Jose, what are we doing? Listen to me. This is between me and John and Jose for a second. You guys, it's your responsibility to take Caleb to play pickleball here. Okay, this is a co-parenting situation. He does not live in my town anymore. So it's up to you. It's your response. I can't do anything about it. I'm sorry. It's your responsibility. You're an adult. Handle it. Okay, continue, Caleb.
But yeah, like they play, so I need to just jump in with them. I've played a couple times. I've enjoyed it every time I've played it. But I just need to actually go out. Like the Y here has actual pickleball courts painted.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's like 4 of them, all next to each other, which is really cool. So just need to get out there. I need to get a paddle and just go.
Shout out Temu. I got Temu special. $30 paddle.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty nice.
Good paddle, honestly, if I do say so myself. They sell one on there that's $105.
And I'm like, actual retail price of that paddle then?
Because they can get. I've seen some. Max was showing me one that's $250.
Dang.
And if Temu is selling one for $105, Temu, who pretty much gives stuff away for free, it's I'm not gonna buy it, but it's intriguing.
Yeah.
How is anything on Temu $105? Let alone a pickleball paddle.
I think I saw a bike on Temu for like $250, which is.
Yeah, they'll get some stuff like, or if you go to like Alibaba, which is basically like their parent company. Yeah. They'll have like straight up like electric motorcycles, backhoes, tractors,
inflatable
Mustangs. It's crazy. If you can think of it, they sell it. Yeah. On Alibaba, and we just did another accidental ad. So if anyone wants to do any intentional ads, hit us up.
Yeah, hit us up. Speaking of
the show should just be called accidental ads at this point.
Yeah. Speaking of online shopping, I have a few. I'm gonna start. Let me start. Let's see. I'll start light today. I was telling you about one that I like. It's cool, but there's two separate listings, and they're both different. Like they're when I send it to you, you'll be like, "Yeah, that's the same thing but different," and it's cool that there's two of them. So I just sent those to you, and
did you? Because they haven't come through.
There's
okay. Here they are.
Yeah.
And before I talk about it, you had something to say?
Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna talk about it. It's two KTF phones, Kermit the Frog phones.
Shout out KTF. Yo, Kermit, come on the show.
Kermit, come on the show. But yeah, they're two very different phones, but they're both
very different.
Kermit the Frog, both in Florida, both near me. I just thought that was crazy.
Very interesting.
I was just scrolling through.
Yeah, what are the odds you found two Kermit phones?
The first one I saw was like that. It was the one of him, like the newer phone, not the
yeah.
I was like, that is sick. I need to talk about the Kermit the Frog phone. And then I was scrolling more and was like, oh, what is going on here?
My biggest question would be, like, I want it to either make you sound like Kermit when you're talking to someone on the phone, or they sound like Kermit, or both.
That would be hilarious.
Or maybe they sound like Miss Piggy and you sound like Kermit.
Yeah.
The phone's like pre-programmed for that, the voice changer. That would be cool.
So no matter, you never know, like when you answer the phone, you can tell who's talking. Yeah, like
you're just talking to Miss Piggy every time. That would be awesome.
People would be like, why is Kermit the Frog calling me?
Yeah, why is Miss Piggy repossessing my vehicle?
Kermit the Brown Frog.
Yeah, instant shout out to New Girl. Come on the show. Anyway, sorry. Kermit, the red Kermit phone is way better in my opinion.
Okay.
Can you tell?
No.
The one where he's laying down.
Yes.
That phone is just
so much better.
The first one's like, it looks like that kid from Toy Story, like that morphs all the toys.
Yeah.
Morphed Kermit into a phone.
Yeah.
The second one is very intentional and very cool.
Yeah.
Kermit's just lounging.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Yeah, that one's awesome. I have a couple more. I don't know if you have any this week. I know you mentioned you might.
So I do have one. I only have one. Unfortunately, it's not my size, so I will not be purchasing it. But I would almost argue, the trend with this has been stuff for sale that's kind of not that cool or kind of crazy. Kermit phone, first of all, cool. The Stitch 626 jersey goes crazy.
What size is it?
It's an adult small.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so we're out. Yeah. But it almost makes me want to like rebuild this team in the College Football 25 team builder.
Yeah.
And have the what do they call these? The Invaders. The Invaders goes crazy.
Yeah, that goes so hard.
626 Stitch.
All right, so I have two more.
Yeah.
I have two more.
Okay, what you got?
So this one's not like weird or anything. This one is a sub shop is for sale for $35,000.
I've actually seen some businesses for sale on Marketplace, which is crazy. $35,000 is.
It feels like not.
I guess I would assume maybe you still have to pay rent and stuff with it, so it's like
yeah.
But like I don't know, buying a whole business for $35,000. I saw a guy selling his entire business for $1,500, I think, recently. But it wasn't. Man, I wish I could remember what it was. It was the most useless thing ever. Oh, it was a reusable. Man, I wish I had this saved. It was a reusable dipstick wipe.
Okay.
And he patented it, and he had like thousands of them in supply, and he was selling you everything. You get the supply, you get the patent, you get the name, the rights, everything. You get the whole business. It was like $1,500.
Okay, that's not bad. That's
kind of sad though, because it sounds like he put a lot of time and effort into this, and now he's giving up.
What if
only $1,500?
What if we bought it and we just use them to be an ad on our show?
Yeah, we just sponsor the reusable dipstick. Bro, who is just use a paper towel?
Yeah.
How often are you? I mean, listen. You should be checking your oil frequently. I probably don't check it enough.
Yeah.
Especially if you have an older car. I still don't know that a reusable. It was basically a sponge.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really think that's necessary.
I was trying to go back and find this next one I'm going to
Sub
send
shop
you.
though.
Because I have
Sub
a
shop
screenshot of it, but I don't have the description in the screenshot.
Okay.
But I honestly almost bought this one for you. It's pretty pricey, but I was like, man, Luke needs that. So when you get it,
yeah, this is
that's right up your alley.
Is it?
Yeah, you have one.
Oh yeah, this is my old one.
Yeah,
came back around. No, this is crazy.
So it's a partial fursuit. So it's a furry.
That's crazy. First of all, partial.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah. I was like, I remember seeing in the description where they're pretty much just like, yeah, I'm.
Hey, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this was Facebook recommended this to him, not me. There's a reason. There must be a reason.
But there was, it was. Oh, my power just went out.
Oh man, I think I might have just lost you. That thunderstorm, ladies and gentlemen, they got to him. They got Caleb. If it's still recording, they got him. I can do a solo yap for a second while we wait for Caleb. Hopefully his computer boots back up. He's calling me. We'll do this live. Yo, you're live to tape.
My power just went.
Oh, no. Okay. You want to try to maybe join on your phone or something?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to have any...
You won't have any video, but you will.
I have lights. I will show him.
Oh, that'll be interesting. Okay. I predicted it right, by the way, guys. I'll hang up, Caleb. You can join in a second. You're good? You don't need me to send the link again? Okay. I want to keep this in so they know why it's different.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's storming here. Power went out, and here we are. We're still live, apparently. Sorry about that.
Yeah. This is the audio quality is really bad.
Yeah, I'm also reconnecting right now. Is what
it's
it
really
says.
Bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully,
so maybe that's why, because it sounds a little bit better now.
Yeah, hopefully the power comes back on soon, and we won't even have sports this week because we.
Yeah, possibly not. This might even all get cut. We might just have a short episode, and then we'll just put something in explaining what happened. Okay, well, good time to pivot to the tier list.
Oh, yeah.
Because especially it gives you something else to look at other than just the
darkness.
Let's get into our tier list here. Just got to share the screen real quick. We are going to do today a Nickelodeon retro cartoon tier list, ladies and gentlemen. So we start off with what do we think about? Obviously, SpongeBob, S tier.
Yeah, S tier for sure.
Right.
All right. We're also going to try to be better at this week and talk more about the things, not just go through it and just throw things in categories.
Yeah, and we had a lot of stuff for like a lot of people from Madagascar that we didn't know their names, even if we knew the character, didn't know their names, so it made it really tough.
Yeah, but I know almost.
But
all
obviously
of these.
This one, bro, SpongeBob. What'd you say?
I know all of these, so we'll be good.
Yeah, I think I know. Quick glance, I think I know at least most of them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, SpongeBob, I think we can both agree is S tier. I think everyone would agree it's S tier. I think it would be S tier for just shows, not even just retro Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
it's incredible. It's a masterpiece.
Yeah. I also want to make sure that Rocket Power gets in there.
Yeah, Rocket Power.
Rocket Power's S tier.
I don't see it on here though.
It's bottom.
Yeah. I see it. Rocket Power. I agree. I guess I agree. Rocket Power is cool.
It was
but
a
I don't think it's SpongeBob.
I watched that every time it was on.
Yeah, I liked Rocket Power. I guess it's a case of just like the NFL ones lately, if you see them, people just put Mahomes, and then like there's a category called Mahomes for the QBs. Like I feel like SpongeBob should almost have its own just SpongeBob, and then the rest. But no, that's fine. Rocket Power's lit. Mr. Meaty, where are we on Mr. Meaty?
All the way at the bottom. All the way at the bottom. That show scared me. That show is weird.
Yeah, it was rough. I kind of liked it because it was so bad, but that doesn't mean it wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
That's a weird show. If you've never seen Mr. Meaty, that's probably a good thing.
Don't watch Mr. Meaty. Don't watch Mr. Meaty.
Mr. Meaty, come on the show, Mr. Meaty.
Come on the show, Mr. Meaty.
Get the puppets in the show. Cat Scratch, sneaky. I thought Cat Scratch was decent.
I was gonna say B or C.
I was gonna say C.
Okay, I like C.
So we'll do C. I can see the argument for B though. Cat Scratch is a decent show.
Yeah, but there's also so many shows above it, like Jimmy Neutron.
We're on the same wavelength. Jimmy Neutron, A tier?
A tier for sure.
Jimmy Neutron. You could argue S tier. I won't argue back with anyone that says S tier.
Yeah.
Love Jimmy Neutron.
I also want to put Hey Arnold in A tier, which is also an arguable S tier. It was a great show.
Yeah. Hey Arnold. All-timer. Angry Beavers, I'll give it a B.
I didn't really watch it, but
I liked it, and I liked it more than Cat Scratch. But I like Cat Scratch. So I'll put that there.
The El Tigre?
El Tigre was like, I don't recall watching it a lot. I think they were like wrestlers.
Okay.
Or something.
Oh yes, I think I do remember.
It was okay. I don't think it was as good as Cat Scratch. I'd probably say D because it wasn't as bad as Mr. Meaty.
Yeah. I think D is a good spot for it.
D tier. Fairly Odd Parents. I would say at least A tier.
Yeah, I would say A. It's a good show.
Love that.
But I don't
when
think
they did the crossover with Jimmy Neutron, it was crazy.
Yeah, Jimmy Timmy Power Hour.
Yeah.
But I just don't think it competes with Rocket Power or SpongeBob for me. This might be a hot take.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I want to put it all the way to the top, but Avatar: The Last Airbender is still one of my favorite shows.
Yeah, Avatar's good. I'd be okay with it being A tier. I had kind of just like a phase where I watched it a little bit. Yeah. So it wasn't like a staple, but I really enjoyed it in that short time. That
was a show where me and my brothers, like, it was appointment television. Like, the new episodes were coming out. We were not going to miss an episode, no matter what.
Where are you on Chalk Zone?
Another one that I didn't really watch that much of, but I enjoyed it when I did. I probably Cat Scratch level, but that's just because of me.
I was thinking
how much I watched it.
Same level. I watched it about as much as I watched Cat Scratch, and I liked both of them, but they wouldn't be any higher than where we have them.
Yeah. The next one that I want to talk about.
Cat Dog, go ahead.
I was going to say the next one. We'll do Cat Dog first.
Okay. I'm thinking B.
I was going to say B. That's a good spot.
Love it.
The next one I was thinking of
above Cat Scratch, under Hey Arnold.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Danny Phantom, I didn't really watch, but I know is a good show.
I was going to say S tier. I watched it.
Yeah.
I love Danny Phantom.
Like, I didn't really watch it, but I know that it's a great show. And
also the branding and stuff, just like the vibe.
Great
That
vibes.
show had, as the kids say, aura. That show had aura.
Real Monsters, I feel like it was a little bit before our time. We have older siblings, so we did also watch that.
Yeah, for me, it would fall with like Angry Beavers and Cat Dog.
Yeah,
I kind of watched those around the same amount I watched Odd Real Monsters.
Yeah,
and they were cool. Just a little.
It scared me a
older.
little bit. I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's a little. You know, one guy held his eyes all the time. So that was interesting. Rugrats S tier?
I I didn't really love Rugrats.
Oh, that hurts.
I know.
Rugrats
I know a lot of
rocked.
people did, but like it's hard for me because they're all the shows in A tier. I liked a lot more. A tier and up. I liked a lot more than Rugrats.
A lot more.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll put it in B tier then.
Yeah, I like B tier.
But it's going at the front of B tier.
Okay, put it at the front of B tier. But yeah,
Okay.
I just didn't. It's not a show that I watched that much. I don't know. Maybe I just didn't like Talking Babies that much.
Yeah.
I thought Stu Pickles was hilarious, but
he's a goat.
That's where I stand on it.
Okay, which one do you want to do next?
I feel like we need some lower tier shows, but there aren't really any lower tier shows on here.
I could put the X's in lower tier.
Yeah, put the X's in like D. It's not Mr.
I was
Meaty.
maybe even gonna say E. Just not a big the X's guy. I don't really remember it that much, so it couldn't have been super memorable. So it couldn't have been that good.
Can you change the name of the E tier to Mr. Meaty? Just because it's that bad.
Oh, Mr. Meaty.
Yeah.
Bam. Done.
Just a Mr. Meaty tier.
Yeah. Well, I gotta be honest, and maybe this will age me or something, one way or the other, old or young. I don't think I know what Wayside is.
I have no idea what Wayside is.
To D it goes.
Yeah, to D. Yeah.
No idea what that is.
I think. Where do you? Where
are we? Ren and Stimpy.
Again, another one that I didn't watch that much, but when I did, I laughed. Like I feel like it was kind of getting. I wasn't
allowed to.
Yeah, like I don't think I was allowed to watch it.
Since I know why.
Yeah, very inappropriate.
I can see why.
I think it's I think the same thing with Rocko's Modern Life. Like I wasn't allowed to watch that one either.
Yeah. I watched some Rocko's. It was cool. I like it.
But yeah, I guess
for me, Rocko's is in the same category as like Cat Dog.
Yeah. Let's put that there, and then
I liked it, but it was a little older than me.
Do you want to put Ren and Stimpy in C?
Ren and Stimpy under? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Ren and Stimpy is like, for some people, it's probably S. Like,
yeah,
there is a group of kids that were allowed to watch it. I loved it.
Yeah. Wild Thornberries. Where do you stand on Wild Thornberries?
For me, it would be B. We have a lot of Bs.
I was going to say A, so I can live with B.
Okay, we can do the front of B then.
Okay. Because I do have one more that I want to push.
They did a crossover with Rugrats.
Yeah.
Well, with All Grown Up, right? That's what this is? The Rugrats, the grown-up Rugrats? I remember watching that.
Yeah. I don't remember if I liked it more or less than Rugrats.
Yeah. I have a couple here that I actually don't think I know.
Okay.
As Told by Ginger?
That was the redheaded girl, which is kind of savage for them just to call her Ginger.
Really?
Yeah.
I would have never guessed.
And then what's the other one you don't know?
I don't know if I know Kablam.
I don't know Kablam.
I remember As Told by Ginger. I didn't watch it though.
I didn't watch it either.
But I remember it.
We were masculine men as children, so we didn't watch the girl shows.
For sure, we were watching monster trucks.
We were watching Rocket Power and Danny Phantom.
Kablam, I definitely didn't watch.
Yeah, I don't know. We can put that in D.
I just googled it. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, let's throw that one in D because
D stands for didn't watch.
Yeah,
that's what we're discovering here.
So we can throw that
Ginger
in As Told by Ginger. I want to throw Doug in A.
Doug's good.
Doug is so good. I would even argue.
Little
I would argue
before
it
our
for
time,
S.
But good.
I would argue it for S, we'll put it but I don't know how much you like it.
In front of A. I like Doug. I didn't watch it. I watched it enough to know that I liked it, but it was another one of those ones that was just a little older than us.
Yeah.
But it was good. Invader Zim.
I liked it.
I think it's high. I don't know if it's A or S, but it's high.
I think it's A. I watched it later in life.
I'm cool with that. Yeah, that's fair. There's him, just a cool show overall.
Yeah,
just a cool show.
Yeah, Gurr is one of the greatest characters ever.
Yeah,
I kind of want to put.
I was gonna make the kid. Go ahead.
I was gonna say All Grown Up probably in C, because I don't think it was as good as Rugrats, but it's not a D. I watched it.
I would almost even argue the top of D, maybe even.
Okay.
Like almost C.
Okay. I can live with that, I guess.
D no longer stands for didn't watch.
Yeah.
You can put it at the bottom of C if you want.
Yeah, let's put it at the bottom of C. But My Life as a Teenage Robot.
And now I believe this is my Life as a Teenage Robot. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
There were times I hated it, and then I feel like I remember coming around on it and being like, this show was okay. But I think when it first came out, I hated it.
Do you think we could put it? I have to clear storage on my phone, apparently.
Okay.
Do you think we can put it between some shows on C? Or do you think it should go at the bottom of C?
Better than All Grown Up. For me, better than Ren and Stimpy. I know that won't be the case for most people.
Yeah.
That's just because I didn't watch Ren and Stimpy.
Yeah. I was going to say put it between Cat Scratch and Chalk Zone.
That works.
Yeah.
And that, my friends, is how you make a tier list. And it's a perfect tier list.
It is.
No mistakes. And if you disagree with the tier list, that's fine. But you're wrong, and I hate you. Yeah. So it is what it is. And what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? Get over it.
There it is in all its glory.
That is our tier list. It's the Yelling at Pigeons tier list. Yeah. I don't really have much more, especially without power or internet.
Yeah, we're at about an hour, so I don't know. We'll see if we cut out that whole sequence or not. I would like to keep as much of it as I can, but if you made it this far and there wasn't, if it just went from us talking to all of a sudden Caleb was super blurry and stuff, that's what happened. Caleb lost power, and we had to cut it out. But I might keep it in, so we'll see. See how hopefully the editing goes.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll talk to you guys next week. Probably not going to get a sports episode out. Maybe.
We'll see.
We can get one out. Yeah. It's getting warm here in my room without AC and a fan. And I keep going dark.
We'll do.
But yeah.
Maybe even just an audio only sports one for Spotify.
Yeah. Very possible.
If that's what it wants to. I don't know. You'll find out on Wednesday or Thursday. If it's posted. Yeah. And we'll let you know on socials. So that's going to be all for this week. Caleb, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Caleb P. Crane, and you can find me on Instagram at Caleb Crane 12. Our socials, we have a link tree that we hopefully, Luke, can you throw that in the bio or in the description of the podcast? You put links in there.
So. Yeah.
But our TikTok is at Yelling at Pigeons. Our Instagram is at Yelling at Pigeons Pod. And our Twitter is at Yellin at Pigeons on Twitter.
No G.
And no G. Yeah. So.
Yep. And you can find me on not necessarily every form of social media, but if I'm on there and there's usernames, my username is Luke Schultz 56. Same across the board.
Yep. So if you listen to this, go give us a short watch on YouTube, so we can get a view for it. We're gonna beg for cheap views. Go subscribe, go like and subscribe, comment. Helps our algorithm, helps other people see us. So if you're a personal friend of ours,
do the Justin Bieber thing. Put it on while you go to sleep. We got to get the numbers for Yummy up.
Yeah. Go put it on.
I love people. Come on the show.
Yeah. Go find a computer at work. Put it on silent, on loop, on Spotify.
If you see a phone or a computer, if it's not even yours, just put it on.
Yeah, just put it on. Put us on. But we'll talk to y'all next week.
Well, that's all for this week. Yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Cool. Bye.